likes to skate. B is for bunny, scooting off to play. C is for cat, shopping locally. D is for dog, styling totally. E is for elephant, holding a balloon. F is for frog, jumping round the room. G is for guinea pig, with a big old treat. H is for hedgehog, having a latte. Animals of the alphabet, animal friends I'd like to meet.
Hi, Shennen here. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today I'm very excited to be interviewing Ashley Lucas, also known as Lady Lucas, who is the creator of the wonderful world Linzer Lane. Linzer Lane is a world of characters that are colorful, heartfelt, and just absolutely precious. I love them so much. And yes, this is one of Ashley's books that I bought for my grandson Henry, which I'll be giving to him soon now that I've done the interview. And let's meet Ashley and learn more about her. Hi, Ashley. I hope I do this right, but I'm very excited to talk to you, and I want to hear all about Linzer Lane and how you started your work and where your favorite place to live is. So those are my burning questions for you, and I can't wait to actually meet you. So that's what I want to talk about.
Okay, Shennen, let me try to speak about some of the questions you asked me, and let's see if it works. My name is Ashley, also known as Lady Lucas, and today I'm speaking to you from the bedroom that I actually grew up in here in Lancaster, PA. You can see my son's crib behind me and a painting of Zinni. And yes, so today I'm reporting from Lancaster. I know you are familiar with that area, Shennen.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you're there. I do want to know where one of your favorite places to live is, and that's so exciting. Yes, yeah, my mom's Pennsylvania Dutch. Well, she passed away, but so she had me drawing and painting Dusselfinks and hex signs. That's how I grew up. That's how I first started doing art. So it's, oh my gosh, I want to hear all about Lancaster and your favorite place to live and Austria. I'm so excited to be talking to you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, I know all about the folk art here. My favorite place to live, I have to say, changes. For years, I could not wait to get to New York City. All I thought about, all I wanted was New York. And then now that I have a son, that has completely changed. It's loud there. It smells there. It's crazy there. And because of the pandemic, we live seasonally in Belmar, New Jersey now, which is a beach town. So that is just fine with me for the time being. It's a lovely place. There's lots of nature. It's very inspiring to me. And so right now, in the moment, absolutely love living in Belmar. And as you know, I also love Salzburg, Austria, because it's very charming. I lived there for almost 2 years, and so that would be my second favorite on the list.
I loved seeing on Instagram, like everybody should know, they should follow Linzer Lane on Instagram, and they could see Ashley. She would post being on the beach with her son, and oh, I grew up on the ocean here. My mom left Pennsylvania and moved to just south of Boston on the ocean, and that's where I grew up. And so I absolutely love the fact that you get that ocean most of the year, and I'm so happy that Leon gets to enjoy that.
Yes, Shennen, he really loves it. I think, just the element of nature, and every day that we take a walk, it's something new. And I love that too. It's replacing all the craziness of people watching with what's going on. Like every day there's dolphins or there's fish or there's crabs. So it's really lovely.
Well, I am so happy to be joined here today with Ashley Lucas, and I want her to tell us all about everything, her art and what she's up to. Um, this is I bought this for my grandson. I've also bought for my grandson one of her framed alphabet posters, and so I absolutely adore this, and I really want everybody to see how fabulous her art is. Um, these characters are so charming and adorable. Like, I just fall in love with these. Um, so we'll definitely share on the bottom of the video. I'll make sure that we add all your oh gosh, see, I knew I would screw it. I'm really laughing a whole bunch because I knew I would bleh.
Oh, thank you, Shannon. That's very sweet. I'm so happy you love the book. Let me see if I can share with you my desk right now so you can see I have Iggy's Gingerbread out right now, which is a book I wrote while we were in Salzburg. Leon loves that at the moment, so that's a big score for me. And I have some of my little characters on my desk. I love these watercolor pens. I use these for everything. So almost all the illustration work that you see is actually a watercolor piece that I scan into Photoshop to refine a little bit. And this is the book that Shennen was just talking about. My latest book is an alphabet book. So every letter gets a cute little Linzer Lane animal. And this book I created last year. This is a fun little guide. So this actually tells you like what each character loves to eat, what they like to do in their spare time. And that's really kind of what my whole goal is right now, is just kind of building this world that's in my head, of course, and trying to express it out into the world so kids can enjoy it, so they can maybe find something that they see that's similar in another character to relate to them. And I love animals. That's my heart is animals. So that's why I chose to depict them instead of actual people.
I love animals too, so that's one of the things that I absolutely adore about you. And I want to tell everybody how I first was connected to you. You would ask me if you could interview me for the Eastern Pen Points, which I think is the Eastern oh God, I keep doing. Sorry. Let me try again. So I want to tell everybody how I first connected with you, and it's because you contacted me in 2015 to interview me for the Eastern Pennsylvania chapter, the SCBWI, and I'll have a link to that interview at the bottom of the video. And so that's how I first met you, and I absolutely just loved the characters that you were creating. I said, oh, I love this world that she's creating, and so I just kept following you, and it's been so fun watching your world of characters expand and grow and getting to know each one. I absolutely love it. I want to share that with the bigger world, because I think more and more people should see Linzer Lane and all the lovely characters.
Well, that's very sweet, Shannon. I was thinking that the other day. How did we really originally meet? And that's what it was. And I think it's so special that we've been in touch all these years. I truly admire your work, and I love your dedication to depicting animals and natural scenes. Like it's just so accurate and so beautiful. So I really admire your work too. And I think we have a camaraderie in that way with the whole natural world, and we really appreciate it. We love it. And yeah, so you're right. I'm trying very hard to build this world of characters, and I've dabbled in a lot of different ones. I had a little Halloween world for a while and all sorts of things, but I was like, okay, I think the more I commit to a set of characters, the more children can start to really engage with them, understand them, learn about them. And so that's why I was like, okay, you have to pick something and you have to kind of, expand it and grow it out. And that's where Linzer Lane came from a need to do that.
Well, I absolutely love visiting Linzer Lane, and I plan on expanding my purchases of it to give to my grandson, as I have a 2-year-old grandson. And what you don't know is he has a little teeny new sister. So I can't wait till she's big enough to have a dollhouse and have all your characters in the dollhouse. I'm really looking forward to that. So in our interview, you asked me if I could describe my artwork in 3 words. And so I said, I describe my artwork as emotional, nature, and researched. Because I think my work shows a lot of emotion, and I do a lot of nature, and I do extensive research all around the country. So I can accurately describe things. So can you tell me in 3 words how you would describe your art?
Yeah, Shannon, that's a great question. Let me think. Okay, I would definitely say heartfelt, because heart and the whole symbolism around hearts is very important to me. I would say charming, because I'm always going for like a Beatrice Potter-esque, very light-hearted world. So heartfelt, charming. And I would also say colorful, because color is very important to me. I always want a really strong palette. I love pastel, but I also really love to put magenta in there. I love neon. I love color, color, color. So those are the 3 words that I would choose.
Oh, you picked some great colors. I love the colors that you choose, and I love that you using those water pens so that they turn into watercolor. I believe the ink does when you use them. It has such a nice flow and brightness that's very cheery. When I look at your work, it just makes me happy, and so I'm so happy that we can share that. Now, one of the things that I really love is that you created a song, and you have it on your YouTube channel. And so I was wondering if you could tell us how you came about with the song, or anything you could tell us about your alphabet song.
Sure, Shannon. I actually had an interview last year on a podcast and with Allison Stanfield, and she said, "What's your biggest dream? Like, what would you love to see come true?" And I thought, I'd love to see the characters come to life through music. And it was literally, I'll say maybe 6 weeks ago, that I reached out to a friend that writes music for children. And I was just kind of spitballing the idea to her and said, this is something I just always wanted. I want to make it happen. And I'm not lying. 24 hours later, she had a draft sent to me in Google Docs with the entire song. Totally didn't expect that. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. So she was phenomenal, wrote the song for me. Her name is Teresa Chi, and she's around my age. She has 2 boys. I have 1. So she has little time to work on things right now. But yeah, so she sent me the music and the idea. And then I went about animating each of the letters of the alphabet. I actually use my iPad, and I use Procreate. So each animal is a little GIF that comes alive.
Oh, I love using Procreate. Have my pen pencil here. I can't show you my iPad because I'm actually using the iPad right now, but Procreate's great, and that worked out really well with your song. I mean, I just absolutely love it, but I gotta know, are you singing the song?
Okay, Shannon. Yes, so as far as the music, no, I did not sing it. None of it. Do not have a good singing voice, and my voice is quite deep and monotone. And Teresa has a very light and cheerful voice, so she sang it as well as wrote the song, and also plays the ukulele in the background. So yeah, all the credit goes to her on that.
So I want to say, oh, well, you have to tell Teresa that I love it. It's fabulous. It's and the ukulele. That is absolutely precious. It really fits with your characters. I just absolutely love that. It's so charming.
Thank you, Shennen. Yeah, she did a great job, and her husband remixed the music, so he actually made everything sound really level and even. And I loved it so much. I'd love to hire them again, hopefully to do a theme song in the future for a series. That would be ideal.
I would love to see a whole, or hear a whole series with themes and your music. That would be great, because the more we can get of Linzer Lane, and the bigger it grows, the better, I think.
Well, thank you, Shannon. That's very sweet. I hope so. I'm trying to hustle a lot on TikTok right now. I'm doing a lot of videos with tutorials because a lot of what I do is also like DIY. I try to get kids inspired to make things, especially miniature things. That's what I really love. So that's also part of it. It's kind of like a lifestyle.
Oh, I absolutely love seeing your little do-it-yourself. You have your little TikTok. Sometimes I see them on Instagram, and you have like how to do these little things. These little, it's like a little fairy world. Little critters. It's just someplace that I want to be. Like especially with the world, like last year or even the beginning of this year, the world being so isolated and just I don't, you know how it is. Linzer Lane brings joy and brings love to all of us, and I just love. I literally smile every time I see one of your posts. I smile and I say, oh, there's another piece of Ashley's, and I love it, and keep going. You have to keep going. Now, I want to ask you what your favorite food is.
I believe we talked about this too, Shannon, that we're both vegetarians. So I have been vegetarian for 7 years now. So my favorite food is pretty much anything veggie. But fries, French fries I mean, I've liked that my whole life, but now definitely my favorite food. And as far as a meal, it's something, a specialty in Austria. It's a spinach dumpling. So it's kind of like a bread dumpling made with spinach, and it's served in like a fresh tomato sauce. It sounds a little bit crazy, but it's my favorite dish. It's amazing, and it's vegetarian.
Ah, see, I wanted to hear that you're a vegetarian. That is, well, yes, I've been vegetarian for I don't even know how long, like a couple decades. And when I was little, though, I hated meat. I can't stand the smell of it. And oh my gosh, my German mother would die. She'd be like in tears, like, you gotta eat this meat. You're hurting my feelings. You're offending me. And I just never quite got into the meat, or I don't like the smell of her when she made homemade scrapple. Ooh boy, I would go running into outside or play outside or something. Um, but I absolutely love veggies and fruits and being a vegetarian. And I think one of my favorites, but I haven't made it in a while, is avocado. Was chocolate pudding using avocados. So my youngest daughter, I have four adult children, and my youngest daughter, she's started being a vegetarian first, and she started making the chocolate pudding with the avocados with her food processor, and oh my gosh, to me that's heaven. That just tastes absolutely divine. So that would be my favorite.
I was saying I don't know about your other three children, but I appreciate that at least one of them is vegetarian because it's so nice to share that with your children. Leon has never had an interest in meat so far. I'm not pushing him either way, but I have to say it's nice when you can share that with your child. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's. I didn't like meat, but I was cooking it, and then she came home from school. She was pretty young, and she came home from school, saw a video where one of the PETA videos, and she said, I can't eat meat anymore. And so in solidarity, I said, well, I don't like meat anyway. So in solidarity, I said, oh, we're both going to be vegetarians. So, and she's stuck with that. Yeah, she's 26 now, and she's almost finishing medical school. So we'll have doctors out there that are vegetarians, and that's cool. And my husband's a vegetarian too, so that helps. That helps a lot. But that's exciting that Leon likes his veggies, because it's hard to get little kids to eat veggies, and that's exciting that that he gravitates to the veggies and not the meat.
Yes, I'm really instilling that in him, and you can appreciate this, Shannon. I'm obsessed with not killing anything. I don't like to kill bugs. So whenever something enters the house, he always says, "Mama, bug cup, bug cup," and he brings me like a plastic cup that I can that I can grab it and take it outside. So I'm trying to show him very early on, like, no matter what it is, we have to appreciate it. You know, if we can, we should take it outside, let it live its life. And it's very sweet because he takes it very seriously now.
I absolutely love that, the bug cup. Oh my goodness. Oh, I absolutely love that. That is the most charming thing to hear. Yes, I don't kill things at all. I release all the insects. Like the oddest thing, last week I looked down in the kitchen floor, and we're not near any ponds or lakes or at all. And there's a frog jumping through my kitchen. And so I just instantly bent down, picked him up, and put him outside in the grass. I do the same thing with all the insects that come in. I just don't want to see anything hurt. So that's just kind of the way I am. And it's so nice that you're instilling that in your son. That's absolutely precious.
Yes, thank you, Shannon. I'm trying, that's probably the most important thing to me is just, of course, be nice to other people, but also be nice to living creatures and respectful of them. So most of our day, I think, revolves around that. It's very important.
Oh, I love you, Ashley. I love the world that you're creating with your art in Linzer Lane. I love your parenting style. I love that you're in Lancaster, you go to Austria, and you live on the ocean the rest of the year. You're like, heck, if I could like have a magic person that I could make, it's you, because you're absolutely all the things that I absolutely love. And so it's so exciting to talk to you and meet you. I was wondering if you could tell me what else you'd like to do, some themes with your music, and where else do you see your art going, like in the next 5 or 10 years?
Well, first of all, that's really kind, Shannon. You know that as an artist, there's a lot of ups and downs. I'm going through kind of a period, I think because of COVID and everything going on in the world, that I always think, does this mean something to someone? I think a lot of artists feel that way every once in a while. So your words today are really special to me, and I'm really thanking you for that. As far as things in the future, I would love like more interactive installations. There's so many family spaces in New York City that you can go to these days. Hudson Yards is new. There's this place called Brookfield Place in Lower Manhattan. I would love to see the characters in a large scale in some of these places that kids can interact with directly. So that would be a real dream of mine, to start getting into installations. And I think that would bring the message to a lot more people. And yes, that would be a big goal of mine, something I want to work on in the next year or two.
I would absolutely love to see your art as installations. That would be absolutely precious. That would be great. And there's, wow. My mind was just thinking of like seeing your characters big. It would be great. Like I'm just thinking of it because you have them all miniature and small, and it would just be so great to see these guys like big, so that children size maybe, or even larger. It would be so cool. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love your characters. I think, I mean, look at the unicorn, and I love the way you color the unicorn in. She's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at the pizza. And the cat. Oh my God. That is the cutest. I don't even, how can you not smile when you see this? I printed these out and I haven't brought them to Henry yet, but I'm going to. Like, everybody has to go check out Linzer Lane.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to say it's been so nice talking not only to a fellow artist, but a fellow animal lover. And I'm so happy that you love the coloring pages. That was a little idea I had for all my Instagram followers. If you follow me, I will send you this packet of coloring pages to enjoy, and that's been really fun. I've noticed the followers don't leave if they get a nice gift. So that's been fun to see.
Well, I've so enjoyed chatting with you today, Ashley. I don't want to hold up too much more of your time. So is there anything else that you want to share about your work or your life or what you're doing? Just let everybody know anything else that you have on your mind.
Sure. Thanks, Shennen. Yes, you can find me everywhere online. I have a YouTube channel, a TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere that you look online. Just look for Linzer Lane and you'll find me, and a shop with lots of adorable things. So it's a great place to find little gifts for birthdays or the holidays. And the other thing I like to say, especially to the children that love my work or follow me, I'm very approachable. If you have a question, you want to send me a message or ask me something about my art or how I make it, I really like it. I like the questions. Leave a comment, write me an email, and I would love to answer you. So, never feel shy to reach out and just say hello.
If you enjoyed today's interview, and I hope you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to the channel. Soon I'll be doing more interviews with more creative people, and you don't want to miss any of them because we'll definitely have lots of surprises along the way. And you'll learn something about how people create their work, which is always good. So hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching. Bye now.